LowRes Wünderbred.
Pepsi Fire is the #1 beverage in North America right now. You'll want to pick this up from your local 7-Eleven, Store 24. What's a good equivalent to 7-Eleven, Hans?
Coconut apple LaCroix.
Hans is fucking trashed here. I gotta get...
Okay. No.
What?
You can get your $3 wine that you can just get drunk on and just forget about everything else. That was my life in England, so I know the feeling. Yeah.
Isn't Tom Hanks really just an old Jimmy Fallon?
That was a very unpopular opinion I had in college, because I always said that Tom Hanks was someone that could be easily replaced by another actor with personality, and that's all you needed. Because Tom Hanks to me is like the guy that pretends to be the regular guy.
Yeah.
So I never really believed his role, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I get it. I understand that he's supposed to be like the one of us that's normal.
Let's put this to the test real quick. Think of every Tom Hanks movie and tell me if one is not improved if you swap out Tom Hanks with Albert Brooks.
Road to Perdition is already...
Albert Brooks was great in Drive, and he was a gangster in that movie, so I think...
I love Albert Brooks, yeah.
I think it's a step up.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about Castaway?
What about Saving Private Ryan?
With Albert Brooks was like 10 years older. What else was Tom Hanks in? The Airport? That movie's much better with Albert Brooks. The Terminal, excuse me, not the Airport.
Wait, the Airport?
Airport.
The Airport. He was also on, what's that, Christmas... Oh no, that was Adam Sandler. Never mind.
Wow, how do you fuck that up?
Oof. They're not...
Albert...
Yeah.
Vince is saying Albert Brooks as Castaway would be awful. Beg to differ. Beg to differ. He's more the everyman, Albert Brooks. He's a more real everyman. Tom Hanks is too, like, Disney, likable guy. Albert Brooks is like, you know that guy. He's probably your neighbor. Joe versus the Volcano.
Is it weird that I like... Is it weird that I like Colin Hanks better than Tom Hanks?
Have you seen Tom Hanks' other son who raps?
No. Oh, yes! Yes!
He's
okay,
the best.
what's his name?
Jimmy Hanks.
No, it's not. It's not fucking Jimmy Hanks.
No. Look, it is. I wouldn't lie about that.
It's like Paul Wall Hanks or something. What's his name?
This is a question for you guys as well. If you can't think of a Tom Hanks movie that would not be improved by including Albert Brooks instead of him. Albert Brooks, excuse me. Name it in the chat.
Chet Hanks.
Chet.
Chet Hanks.
Is there a more, like, white guy suburban name than Chet?
Yeah, it's kind of like Chester.
Chester?
Right? Chester, Chet. Right?
Eh.
I don't know. It's tough, though. Imagine, okay, let's say that you really like movies, but your dad is one of the most beloved character actors ever.
Sure.
And they're just like, alright, I'm trying to be an actor, but I'm hoping that I'm not, compared to my dad.
Captain Phillips with Albert Brooks. I'm the captain now.
Jason Alexander in Seinfeld being that character that's like, oh, Jesus. That's what I picture Albert Brooks reacting to any kind of real... situation.
He's got more like vigor in him. He's got like more disdain for these situations than a George Costanza. George Costanza is lamenting too much.
Yeah, but that's just Albert Brooks being in films that he's written, though. Put him in a film that he hasn't written and see if he's as comfortable as he is on something he's written.
Now here's a big one. Woody from Toy Story is voiced by Albert Brooks.
Is it?
No, it's Tom Hanks, but in this alternate reality, Woody. So it would be a Tim Allen, Albert Brooks vehicle trilogy here.
That's fine.
Perfect cowboy voice.
I don't think anyone thinks of Toy Story as a Tom Hanks slash guy.
I don't know. Cloud
Is it-
Atlas. Did you ever see Cloud Atlas, where they turned white people into Asian people and vice versa, and everyone's
No,
multiple
that
characters?
movie was like 4 hours long, and I was like, I'm good. A Wachowski movie that's 4 hours long. I'm good.
Here's the crown jewel here on Tom Hanks's career. Forrest Gump, starring Albert Brooks.
I would probably like it better. I don't like Forrest Gump.
Chef,
But I
starring
like
Tom
Albert
Hanks.
Brooks.
Yeah, how about we just swap out?
See Albert Brooks?
Tom Hanks suddenly has Jon Favreau's career.
I honestly think of Albert Brooks as like this old, nice Jewish guy.
Mhm.
So whenever, someone questions something like what you said, if it would be better with Tom Hanks or Albert Brooks, then yeah. I guess it's mostly because I'm picturing Larry David on every situation and just like this old Jewish guy. Yeah, perfect. But
I'm looking at the list. I'm looking at the list for his Wikipedia, and I don't think that these movies wouldn't be improved with him instead. Did you know that Tom Hanks was actually a producer on Evan Almighty?
no, but that sucks.
That's terrible. Not even Bruce Almighty.
He was on The Burbs though, and that's a good movie.
But wouldn't
That's
it be
an
better
early-
with Albert Brooks? I would argue yes.
Maybe, but that would have to be a very young, early 20s Albert Brooks.
No. He was like 50 at the time, so it would work
Alright.
perfect.
Just no old Albert Brooks is playing the same character that Tom Hanks Burbs is playing. Is that-
It would be great. It would be great in like Big, where he wants to be an adult. Where
Yeah.
he wants to be an adult.
Old-
So he goes from like 13 years old to 63-year-old Albert Brooks.
Hell yeah. Yeah. You know what? I've never seen Big or Billy Madison, but I would watch them if Albert Brooks was the older kid.
Oh, Da Vinci Code. That's right. Where Tom Hanks has that mullet, but you would have Albert Brooks with like
that's so bad.
a curly mullet.
It's not even a mullet. It's like a nobody loves me, but I'm 35 and I need to get a haircut kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a very, very Fox News host hair, but nobody wants to listen to you talk kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I remember watching Da Vinci Code and then the second one. I haven't seen the third one, but even the second one, I was just like, can fucking Tom Hanks get a haircut? Like this is very distracting. Like I'm not.
And they kept
This
it going.
is
Oh,
No.
and to keep it relevant, Albert Brooks would be David S. Pumpkins. The worst
is a
fucking
character.
sketch. The worst
Okay.
sketch in the history
Okay,
of
good.
Saturday Night Live.
It's a character that I don't understand why that character is popular. I don't. It's just.
They did this thing with it where it's like, oh, this makes no sense, and they thought that would let them off the hook for having a shitty sketch. Like, they know it's shitty, and they're trying to acknowledge how shitty and just dumb it is, and that they think that gives them a pass. No.
Aren't they making a TV show with David S. Pumpkins?
They did an animated Halloween special.
It's just.
Man, David
Songs
S.
with
Pumpkins
Albert
brought the
Brooks?
chat down.
You know what? You know what? Mr. B on the chat just said Sully with Albert Brooks, and
I'm
that's
into it.
definitely a film I would watch.
Yeah.
It's just an old Jewish man trying to land a plane in a non-serious level. I'm there. Busting bodies.
I think this experiment here was a success. I really do think that in the alternate timeline, people got spoiled with Albert Brooks films instead of.
You got Bernie Sanders, like an action movie style. Bernie Sanders instead of Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Kickboxer.
Hmm.
LowRes Wonder.
Alright guys, I hate ads and you hate ads, so let's keep this under 10 seconds. Support LowRes Wünderbred on Patreon and help us create brand new films, video essays, and series. Patreon.com/LowRes.